this week I feel like was very, I don't know, painfully uneventful. Like I almost booked a flight just to disappear for a bit. Like straight up vanish. New city, no plan, just gone. Whoosh.
Honestly, honestly, like that is so valid. There's
Mhm.
only so much like being productive you can fake before your brain is just asking unhelpful questions like,
Mhm.
so, what are you even doing with your life? What's up? You good?
Yeah, which I feel like is exactly why we're talking about what we're talking about today. So it's the
Mm.
pressure to have it all figured out by some made up deadline. The one career, relationship, mental clarity, or like stable income, a certain apartment or house or whatever, just all wrapped up by the age of 30 or 25.
Yeah, and if you're not even there yet, it feels like you have failed. And I know like everyone else has gotten a head start and you're still like stuck trying to catch up to them
Mhm.
because you see like people on Instagram or like even people my age are married and I'm like I'm not even in a relationship.
Yeah, like no one I feel actually has it together. Everyone's just like performing, a sense of confidence while quietly freaking out. And
Hmm.
even if you don't know your 5-year plan or your next step, I feel like that doesn't mean you're behind, even though it feels like it.
Yeah, like not knowing what you're gonna do in life is not a red flag. It's part of figuring things out. It's completely
Mhm.
normal. And the timeline completely made up. Like I don't even know, girl.
No, and while we're on the topic of pressure, can we also talk about how people treat mental health like it's a checkbox? Like,
Mm.
once you go to therapy or read a self help book, you're supposed to be fixed. Hmm.
Yeah, like when in reality, progress looks a lot less perfect. Like
Hmm.
sometimes it's just not breaking down over the same thing, having a few more good days than bad ones, not crying every day and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're not broken because you're still struggling. You're not behind because you
Mm,
still have work to do. I mean, we're all just human. And I feel
mm.
like you're doing better than you think you are, and like that you give credit to yourself for.
Exactly, exactly. So, guys, if you've been questioning your pace, doubting your growth, or just feeling stuck,
Hmm.
this episode's for you. So, go ahead, grab something comfy, get some food, some drinks, put on your pajamas because it's Monday. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is Monday. So let's get into it. So the first topic of today is the pressure to have everything figured out by a certain age.
I'm
So
sorry,
I
but like,
mm,
sorry, who decided that? Like, who decided that oh, we had to get it figured out by 25? Like, that number is completely made up. Like,
yeah.
somewhere along the way, we have we're getting told that there's this perfect timeline. We have to be graduated by 22, have our dream job by 24, married by 28, kids by 30. And if we miss one of those life milestones, you feel like you're left
A
behind. But
failure.
yeah, but that's not reality because some degrees take longer than other degrees. Some people like getting jobs, especially now, is way harder than getting jobs back then. Because now,
Hmm.
like, university really fucking matters. Field work also matters. You need a bunch of like recommendations. You need to work in a bunch of jobs to get into like your dream job because they ask for experience. And growing up growing up in Dubai, getting a job was illegal for a while. I think it just became legal. So when I came here trying to like find a job because I was like I need to like at least gain some experience because everyone's talking about it, it was really hard for me to get one because I have no experience. What I'm everything on my resume is just my like volunteer like things that I've done or
Yeah.
like just courses that I have done. I have no internship because they don't really do it.
Yeah.
They do have internships, but you have to have either a connection or you have to be graduated. Getting internships are kind of hard in Dubai, in
Because
my
it's a
opinion.
very saturated market. Like, I mean, like,
Exactly.
Dubai currently is like the new place to be. Most people want to, some people would disagree with us, but most people come here to like escape from like their own countries or, no
Mm,
taxes, no this, no that. And it's kind of like the place, that everyone wants to be in. And that's a problem for a lot of people that have grown up here because well, it wasn't illegal to get a job, but it was illegal to get a job when you were underage and
yeah.
you
No, no,
had
no, sorry. That's what I
yeah.
meant. Like, illegal getting a job underage. Like, if you're under
Yeah.
the age of 18, no, actually, yeah, under the age of 18,
Yeah.
19, was it? You
Yeah.
couldn't get a job. It
And
was hard.
it's I think now they've changed it to 15, but the problem is no one's hiring a 15-year-old and no one is
No one
paying a
is.
15-year-old. If you want to
No one
build up
is.
your savings, God, I hope you've got other ways because you're not doing it by being employed at a
Yeah,
legal, company. But
now internships are a little more open in Dubai
yeah,
because when I was trying to find internships, especially for my like course, it was really, really hard because most of it was like I needed to be an undergrad. I'm like, oh,
even then, like over here, if you don't have like a few years of experience at least, or like you're already in a good position, you're not getting a good job.
yeah,
But yeah, I feel like that's the problem with a lot of countries, like actual good companies. But I feel like I can relate to this topic a lot because my mum is very educational based, right? So I have this
and with
like
my dad.
yeah, but she doesn't really speak to me about much other than like what are you doing with your life? What goals do you have? Blah 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 blah. And it gets exhausting. I do know that she wants the best for me, but like it does get very tiring. But like even today when we were in the car, it's like, what do you want to do for your masters or what do you want to do as a job or where do you want to go or like what are you doing with your life? And it's just constantly that cycle of am I not doing enough? Am I a failure? Or I see or like not just her, but a lot of people, like there'll be other people my age and I'll see them successful or like started their own business. I'm like, am I just not
Doing
enough? Like
nothing. Yeah, like I'm not
exactly.
doing nothing
Because
because Diva, there are so many kids, adults our age who have like so many successful jobs and
yeah,
even married. And I'm like,
married
oh my
is
God.
crazy.
I know there are a bunch of people getting like engaged in uni right
I
now who are in
know.
my year. And I'm like, wait, like that you are very young. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, young love, beautiful. It's great
to
if you
each
honestly
their
love that
own.
person. Yeah, to each their own. But what we're also trying to say, like, life isn't linear. You can always start over. There's no
Yeah,
expiration date on figuring things out because you can be fucking 35 and be like, oh, I actually don't like what I'm doing. Let me go back and
change.
do yeah. There I'm in uni right now, right? And I saw a bunch of older people in uni and I respect them because they are actually coming. Oh my gosh, there was okay, so in my first year, right? I was going
Mhm.
into my psych class and then there was this really old man with his little backpack and he was coming and actually taking notes and stuff and he looked so
Yeah.
interested. And I'm like, you know what? That is so good. Like people are
I'm so
actually
proud of you.
yeah, I'm so proud of them because I spoke to him and he's like, "Yeah, I'm actually in sales right now, but I never really liked it. I was kind of like forced into it by my family. My true passion was like speaking to people and like psychology was very helpful. He wanted to be a therapist. So that's why like he is oh, this is like a long time ago, but I think he was in his 50s and he just
Yeah,
restarted his whole life. He was like, it is very, very scary because he restarted school. He's back in uni and he's
yeah.
like, it is fucking scary, but he's never been happier. And I feel like if you're happy, that's enough. you
No,
know?
I feel like a lot of people don't realize this. Education and learning things never stops. You can
Yeah.
go back and get a degree when you're 60, 70, when you're 20, when you're, whatever age you are, because you have that right to an education. And one thing that you will always have to fall back on that will never be taken away from you is a degree. And
Your degree education.
yeah, and I feel like a lot of people, no, I'm not gonna see. There are a lot of people that I know that, are very successful without getting a degree and without getting, without going to university. But I myself did want a degree because it's something you can fall back on. So even if I'm able to do something else and I don't utilize that degree, if one day I really need a job, it can help me get kick-started somewhere. But
Exactly.
it's not for
Exactly.
everyone, and we realize that, and that's completely fine. Because just because your story, I feel like it looks different, doesn't mean that it's wrong, because everyone lives life differently and everyone functions
Mm-hmm.
differently, and we've all got our own paths, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I
We
was
all
talking
have
about
our different paths.
I was talking
We
about my
all have our own
mother,
paths.
and I feel like this is quite common, like your parents comparing you to others, like bringing up people your own age or whatever. But I feel
Especially your
like,
cousins.
yeah, but I feel like what we forget, not forget, like what they forget is that we're not like them. We're all our own individual people. We've all got our own parts in life. Just because this other person, the doctor, doesn't mean you need to be. There are so many people that own such niche businesses, like, I don't know,
Hmm.
garbage cleanups or whatever, that
They
make
make so much money.
yeah. Or like
They make so
those
much money.
laundromats in America?
Yeah, they make so much money. And I know, like, what's it called? Like garbage disposal and like, what's it called? Like cleaning up beaches and stuff. They
Yeah.
make so much money.
I
And
I
I'm
feel
like,
like
that is
the
such a good business.
I feel like the idea is that you need to find your niche, whatever's meant for you, work on that, and money will find you. I feel like we've already mentioned this before,
Yeah.
but like,
If you like your job, money will come. If you
yeah,
enjoy your job, money will come. It might take a while, but money will come. Also, people are forgetting that getting into uni and like getting jobs, it's way harder now than like the
yeah,
70s or like the early 2000s. It's way harder now because there's a bigger population.
yeah.
Two,
AI.
education has AI. Three, education has gotten harder, like a little harder. It has. There are studies on it. Like you can go and search it up. And also like job sometimes for like Diva, for McDonald's, they're asking for so many requirements. I'm
I
like, you are
know.
McDonald's.
So no,
Like,
no, no. So guys, I had applied to loads of jobs, right? When in my first-ish second year of uni, because I just wanted some extra income. And I applied everywhere. Like, I mean, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Primark, like loads of different like stores and everything. Because I was like, I don't care about what reputation this job has because it's still respectful and I want a way to make money. Sorry, why is McDonald's asking me what goals and stuff I have in my life and what I want to be in the future and what degree have and what career expectations and this and that? And I'm like, mate, I will make you a burger. It's not that hard. No, it is
it's not
hard,
that hard.
but
It is,
like
but I don't need a fucking calculus degree for making
exactly.
a burger. And
Just don't put me on
we
the register. I suck at maths.
don't do that to me because I cannot do people. But your timeline doesn't have to match your like parents, your best friends, or the
Yeah.
influencers on your feed. Like most of what you see online is like highlight reels. Yeah, it's not real life. Like don't compare your life and your behind the scenes to someone else's trailer or like their videos because what they put online, a lot of people, what they put online is what they want you to see. Like they might actually be fucking
Oh, it's
struggling.
so fake.
Yeah, but what they put out is like, oh my gosh, guys, like here, I'm doing this. I'm like, I'm so successful, but actually they're not. Like maybe your path is taking longer. maybe you're still finding what lights you up, and that doesn't mean you're lost. It's completely
Hmm.
fine. It means you're living. Because a lot of people who do have mental health issues, they might take a little longer, you know? Because I'm gonna talk personally, and I also have a family friend, right? I have depression, and I know a lot of my like family friends also. There's one person, sorry, a family friend who also suffers from depression, but her depression is a lot more worse than mine because she got help very late in her life.
Yeah.
So it took her for like a 4-year degree. She finished in 8 years,
Yeah.
but at least she finished. And I know like people right now are taking like 5, 6 courses in uni to like finish it quickly, but I
Just
know I
also
can't do
stand it
it.
out, you know?
Yeah, and I personally can't do that because one, ADHD, I also have depression and anxiety. I overthink everything. I get overwhelmed very, very easily. Once I tried doing 5 courses, I didn't fail one, but I did really bad in one. And I had to drop that course because I was like even I was like I don't think I can do it. So what I'm doing now is helping me. It's like 3 courses each semester. There's 3 semesters, winter, summer and fall. I'm doing 3 courses or maybe 4 each semester. My dad keeps telling me like, Nuha, like when are you gonna finish? Like when are you gonna finish? I told my dad, I was like, if you want me to get A's or like get good grades, let me go my pace. Cause if you're rushing me, I will fail and I will have to retake the course because
Yeah.
I get very overwhelmed. I and like
You know
I
yourself
won't,
best.
yeah, I won't be able to do my exams as well because I have so much on my plate. So I figured out like if I do 3 courses, I have more time to actually like focus on each course and also have a life, you know? Because being a student in the university I am, is very hard. There are nicknames for my uni, and it's actually depressing,
Mhm.
literally. Like, it is so depressing. Every time I go out and I'm like, oh, yeah, I go to this school. And if I want to be like, oh, yeah, I go to this school, everyone looks down at me and like, oh, are you mentally okay? Like, are you sure you're okay? Like, you don't want, I'm like, oh, I'm not, but thank you. Like, they
Thanks
always
for
ask me,
asking.
like, are you okay? Because my uni has a good rep in like the world of needs and like they have a good
The world of unis.
reputation. That doesn't make sense, but like in rankings they're really good,
Yeah.
but they're actually not that good in like actually
Mental health, I suppose.
mental health. One thing, oh my gosh, this is really bad, but actually no, it's actually quite smart. What I did was because I searched up suicide ratings in each uni, and
Mm.
that's how I picked my university.
That is insane.
I know that sounds crazy, but I also value and I also
That is so
I
crazy.
know, I know, but I also value my mental health because I could have gone to a better uni. I know I could have, and I could have gone to like a really good uni. I got into some good like better unis in the university I'm in, but I also was like, they're gonna push me to my breaking point, and I'm already at the
At
tip
your
of my
breaking
breaking point.
point? Yeah.
So if you push me a little more, I don't know what will happen to me. Like, and so I was like, let me make it my own pace because I don't have to get married at 23. I don't have to do this. I don't have to that because when I was young, I was like, I'm gonna graduate 20 when I was 22, get a job by 24,
Yeah.
get a husband. I'm like, that's not how fucking life
No,
works.
by 24, big dreams. Big
Yeah,
dreams.
that's not how life works. Like success looks different for everyone. For some, it's just a big job title. For others, it's finally getting out of bed after a very, very hard week. Both matter
Yeah.
and both feel very valid. Because here, like my
I
depression, like, well, you understand getting out of bed is one of the biggest,
It's
like,
so hard. It
it is so
sometimes
hard
when
sometimes.
you're in that rut, you need to give yourself time when you're like in a hole and you need to crawl
Yeah,
out of it and it's yeah.
you it's really hard. People don't understand that, like, people with depression and BPD. Like we suffer from like not being able to get out of bed because our fucking what's it called? We are everything just lowers for us. We lose appetite, lose focus, feel the need to do anything. We just lose everything, and it's really hard for us to get out of it. But when we do, it's like an accomplishment for everyone. So if you feel like you're falling behind, take a breath, take a breather. You are not late. You're right on time. Trust the process. Your story's not over yet. You have years on you. You can restart your life anytime you want. You know, you can restart. Even when you're 40, when you're 20, you can restart any. If you are in uni right now and you're doing a course and you're like,
It's not.
actually, I don't
Yeah.
like this, you can change. You are allowed to change. I know it's easier in like an American Canadian kind of uni from like
Not in the
UK
UK.
uni
You can't
because
change. You need to pay
yeah,
them the whole amount
yeah,
and retake the whole year, and then you need, because I did
I,
check, and you need to what's it called, reapply, go through the whole, maybe through clearing or whatever. They might not give
yeah,
you
I know.
what's it called, a seat in that course. Like, so make sure you also research about your unis, because I was screwed.
Exactly, because in the uni in like in unis in America and Canada, you can choose you can take time to choose your program and your major. Like if there are set times, but you can also kind of like choose your own. Because I met a lot of like older people like talking to me on the streets. They're like, "Oh yeah, like I really liked psychology, but then I discovered this program and I was in my like third year and I decided to switch."
Mhm.
And that's completely fucking normal because everyone is different. So what we're trying to say is just trust your process. Your story is not over. You can you're not too late, right on time. You're not falling behind. Just like take a breath. You might just be starting. Everyone has their own journey.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah.
let's move on to the next one because we've been waffling. But right, so topic
Yeah.
2 is the mental health progress you've made, even if you're not fixed. So I think this is so important because in 2020 I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety, but my anxiety wasn't that bad compared to my depression. But it was really, really bad, like really bad. I won't get into it, but I have grown a lot as an individual since then. And I also do have
Mhm.
certain days where it sucks, right? I'm not crying every day or whatever like I used to be, no panic attacks like it was as much, but it's still, I'll have my bad days. I'll have days where I'm like, is it even worth it? Because depression's not something you can really get rid of. But it's also me not struggling every day is so important because it's growth. And, even if it doesn't
Exactly.
feel like a huge milestone, it still is um important. It's still a big improvement from how I used to be back then. And, it's still healing. And that's what we forget because we're like, we don't, certain milestones like this, a lot of us don't celebrate because it's a part of life. I don't celebrate because I'm like, okay, whatever. I've grown as an adult. I'm an adult now. I'm not like a child anymore. But it's literally the fact that you're no longer drowning and you're not in that situation like you were. But the change is real. It's important. It deserves, you know, um a pat on the back. It deserves that congratulations,
Exactly.
even if it's
Yeah,
quiet.
proud. We're so proud of you. Like you don't have to be healed to be proud of the progress you made. Like not crying every day, that is
Yeah.
growth. Like doing dishes even when your brain told you not to, that is major progress. Like I have a panic disorder, so I'm very prone to having panic
Yeah.
attacks. And there was a part of my life where I had a panic attack every other day or like every day, which was
Yeah.
exhausting. It was really, really hard. And then I had it less and less because one, I started getting on meds, but with panic disorder, like a panic attack, you can't really, it just comes sometimes. It just like appears. But what I do when I start noticing that I'm like starting to panic, because when I start panicking, I know a panic attack is coming
Yeah.
very fast. I start thinking of something else to like calm myself down. And now I'm very proud of myself. I haven't had a panic attack in like 2 months,
Yeah. That's
which is very rare
that's
for me.
great. And you know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't celebrate this, but it is such a big achievement because it shows you that you are more in control of yourself and your emotions, and it is something to, you don't need to celebrate and make a big deal out of it, but it's the fact that you know you're improving and just that little congratulations, you know, inside where you're like, okay, this is a win for me. It's a little tiny win. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, like guys, people, some psychologists, not some, like yeah, some psychologists, like therapists are like, "Oh, depression, anxiety can go away." It never really does. It will always be in you. You can control it, but it'll always be there, you know? Like you can obviously have different ways to help it and it might be less and less than what it used to be. And that can be you healing and still figuring things out, figuring your body and like how to control it. But like you're not like, but I am sorry to say, you would never, it will never go
Yeah.
away. You know, I know some psychologists are trying to fix it, which great, go for them. But a lot of this is in the brain, and sometimes you are kind of, it's kind of
Yeah.
biological. So it's, and also in your
Yeah.
genes.
I was just gonna
So
say that. It's genetic.
yeah, it is in your genes, basically. A a lot of studies show that if your parents or people, someone in your family suffer from mental health, you are very likely to get it. But also, um, they can be developed through like a very unhealthy environment around
Hmm.
you. You can gain depression, anxiety after a very like harmful like
Childhood
experience you've
or
childhood or like a death that just triggered you can also give you
yeah.
depression
There's
and anxiety
nothing
and
to
stuff
be
like that.
ashamed of.
PTSD.
That's yeah.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like if healing doesn't mean anything is perfect, you know, you might still have a breakdown. You might still have a panic attack. I'm very like like a few days ago, I was very close to a panic attack, but then I calmed myself
Yeah.
down. You could be doing better, but still also have bad days. Like even though I feel a little, I'm actually understanding emotions right now. I still don't know what true happiness is, but I'm getting there. Like I'm oh yeah. I don't know if people know this, but I struggled on knowing what happiness truly feels like and like what being happy is. And that is kind of normal with people who have depression because you're normally are norm like we normally think about sadness, anger, anguish, and like happy and excited. It's very rare for us. A lot of us fake it to be normal, and a lot of us just deal with it and like actually be angry and stuff. But like a lot of us don't know what pure happiness feels like. So a lot of us
Yeah.
do. And that's because we're not, our brain is not producing more, not morphine, endorphins.
Morphine.
What did I think of?
That is
No morphine,
insane.
endorphins. So it's, but you are doing better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And I feel like sometimes it's fine if your healing isn't like some poetic shit. Like sometimes it's I know that some people maybe they fall into that same routine when they're in, you know, a depressive cycle where it's like maybe they'll eat the same thing or they'll do the same thing or they can't brush their hair or they can't brush their teeth or like yeah, or
Hyperfixation.
sometimes, and I'm not gonna say, see, some of them are extreme, but I was able to function and I was happy when I spoke to my friends and stuff. But there were certain things
Oh,
that
sorry.
I went through, which was like, you know, I'll be reading a book and suddenly I'll feel like this pain in my chest. And like it felt like it was ripping pain, you know, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Or if I went out, like it made it hard for me to breathe, like just certain things, you know. But me not going through that is an achievement, right? Sometimes it's just not. Sometimes your achievement's just brushing your teeth or brushing your hair or like getting up in the morning or like not sleeping through the entire day.
Or not, or even like not being suicidal.
Yeah,
People don't talk about that. But not being suicidal
it's
is
so
very hard
big. It's
because I normally, this is kind of too, like, I think it's a little gory, but every time I go out and I see a car or a bridge, I'm like, I should just jump. I should just get in front. But now I'm not thinking those, and I'm very
yeah.
proud of myself.
I've spoken to her about this. Like it's so like sometimes I know like people like us, we cope with humor a lot. Um yeah,
Dark
dark
humor.
humor. But which a lot of people don't understand or they can't comprehend. They're like, oh, should we laugh about that? But I think also
Please
yeah,
laugh. When we make a joke about this, please laugh because it just makes
like
us feel really bad that
yeah.
we made
No,
that joke.
because for me it's more the idea of like I'll be sat, I'll have a shit day and I'll be like, oh, should I just, off myself? Will it make it better? But then not recently, this past like year or two, or like whenever I've been like growing and healing as an individual, I think to myself like, wait, I actually like life. I like living. I
Yeah.
want to experience new things. I want to, see things and do things and learn and, be grow as an individual and see what sort of person I would be in 10 years. I want to know my future self and I want to live that life that I've always dreamed of. And I think that's so important when you realize that, wait, I don't want to end my life. There's so much to live for. And I know that a lot of people that commit, that is a thought that they go through whilst it's happening, that they're like,
Hmm.
that, oh shit, wait, I don't actually want to die. And then they panic. But then by that time, some people that have survived, they've had that thought. And I think that's, I've had an encounter like that. I won't get into it because I feel like, that's a bit too much for now. But
It's a
yeah,
little
but
gory.
right
But
now, every time I think about that and I come to that realization, I'm like, whatever pain I feel right now, I want to channel that into anger and motivation and put a sense of power through me that, oh, screw it. I can do it. I can live the life I want to live. I will do it. I feel like a lot of these situations when it feels like your life's coming to an end and there's nothing to live for, you need to realize that, right, it does suck right now and it might suck for years. But what if one day it changes? What if,
what
yeah,
if it
it
gets
gets
better?
better? You don't know. You don't know. Next year, you could completely forget about all that you're going through right now because your life is
Have
just
the best
so
year
good. You have your
ever.
best
Heal it.
years in front of you, especially when you're young. Because I had a lot of those feelings when I was quite young. And I just think that, fuck, I have, it's gotten so much better, you know?
Yeah. But healing doesn't mean everything is perfect. You can be doing better and still have bad days. Oh, I said this, but I'm gonna say it again. I just remembered. I have really bad memory, guys. So let's deal with that. But a bad day doesn't erase all the good ones before it. Like progress can look like answering a message, but you've been avoiding.
Mhm.
Like I have a lot of messages that I've been avoiding or kind of actually just forgot about. But saying no without guilt, taking a break without spiraling like into
Yeah.
shame. Maybe you're not even having an attack or like being depressed. Like you're still healing. And you're not being very anxious when something goes wrong, which I do a lot. Maybe you're not tearing yourself apart the way you used to. You're not crying as often. That is healing, and even if it doesn't feel big, if you ate real food today, like not takeout, that is a win. If you reached out instead of being isolating, that is very, very brave. And I'm still learning that. I'm still trying to learn that, but it's very brave. You are still here in this world, you're still showing up, you're trying, you're just existing. You have come so far. You don't have to be strong all the time to be getting stronger. And we are so fucking proud of you. Before we end this little episode, I just want to say, do you have any drama, decisions you regret, situationships that make zero fucking sense? Please tap the link in our bio and submit to You Asked for This, and we'll roast you with love. So, I hope you enjoyed that little thing because it took me a while to come up with a good,
No, it's
like,
good. I love it.
thank you. Thank you. And I know you guys are very sad that we're ending this episode, and I know you guys want more, don't you?
Relax. We've got you. Join us next time on Unlicensed and Unbothered. Bye.
Bye, guys. Mwah.